Right. So my name is Sheek, and we are with Sheek TV today. And I'm really excited because I'm here with Shoniqua Shandai. I got it right, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
I
All right.
appreciate
Just got to make
it.
sure. From still in the scenes on Harlem to hitting the right notes as a powerhouse singer, Shoniqua Shandai is the bold, fearless, and oh so fabulous triple threat we can't get enough of. Let's get into it. So before we start, I heard from a little bee. You're a part of the hive. So
Oh,
I
big
wanna,
time.
yes. So I gotta test you.
Uh-oh.
Finish the lyrics.
Okay.
All right. I woke up like this.
I walk out like this. You flawless. Ladies, tell them.
Okay, okay.
Yes, we did.
Period. Uh, one more.
Okay.
You must not know about me.
You must not know about me. I can have another you in a minute. Matter of fact,
We'll be here in a minute,
baby,
baby.
baby.
Listen, I loved your energy from the interviews that I've seen from the show. I'm like falling in love with your character, and I'm like so sad this is the final season. So, how are you feeling?
I feel I mean, of course, I'm saddened because I love this show. This show is needed. This level of representation is needed. I'm falling in love with these women on and off screens. I love the characters. I'm obsessed with the ladies who play them. But I'm also so incredibly grateful that we get a goodbye because a
Yeah.
lot of shows don't. And so it's it's unfair that so many Black shows don't get resolution, but I'm really glad that we did because we deserved it. These women deserve it. Our stories deserve it. Our audience deserves a resolution. And so I'm grateful for that.
I love that. I'm excited. I'm so excited for you. We have so much to talk about,
Yeah.
but let's get into it. So Angie is always like the life of the party, but we're
Mhm.
starting to see a different vibe from her. She's becoming a little bit more career driven, a little bit
Mhm.
more responsibilities.
Mhm.
How would you say that? Like, what is that like to bring that side of her life to the screen now?
I'm so grateful and excited for it. I feel like I my one focus, honestly, my one of my major goals in playing Angie was to give her duality
Mm,
because the women who are like Angie don't always get to have fears or hopes or
mm,
dreams or vulnerability. We come in and we're your life of the party, we're your
mm,
spirit animal, we're the person you go to for a good time, but we don't get to see the nuance of all this woman on screen. You're brought in for a quick funny moment to be in support of everyone else, but she doesn't get her time to be full
right.
and human. And so even in season one, I wanted to show her vulnerability when she was having her career failures, someone who's so larger than life, having moments where she's insecure. And so I'm even more excited now to see what the soft, taken care of,
Mhm.
I'm loved on fiance
You
version
know,
of Angie is because she's so theatrical, right? So it makes sense that it would become a role in a sense, and her body language would change. Her
okay.
voice is softer. Her clothes are more like floral and leading lady and things, So that all of those choices were very intentional, and I'm grateful for Tracy Oliver's brilliant writing that allowed her to have this other layer, this other side to show.
Right. I love it. I love watching it. And I resonate with the character. So it was like watching myself in a mirror because I'm
Yeah.
like, when does the strong girl get to be the soft girl? And we got to see that with her
Mhm.
this season. I can't do any spoilers, but it's amazing. Okay. Now that we see her getting everything that she deserves, have you
Mhm.
ever had a moment where you had to choose between love, happiness, your career, your friendship?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, I have been in love where it didn't make me happy.
Mm,
I've been in love where I'm like, oh, this is not feeding my spirit. It's not making me a better person. This is causing me more pain than joy. And I felt myself, it was a relationship where one of us is going to have to change
Mm,
in order to survive. And I felt myself making myself smaller in
mm,
order. I was the one changing when I should not have been. And so making the choice that I had to love myself more, that I have worked so hard to be able to fully enjoy every moment that God is blessing me with and not have the painful distraction of taking care of someone's needs and not, and where they're not prioritizing mine. I had to make that decision and let it go. And I'm all the better for it. So yeah, I've definitely been in that complicated space.
yes, I can definitely see, even just with all the girls, there's going to be a lot of navigating this season.
Mhm.
It's great to see who's able to do it. So, again, can't do those spoilers, but it's amazing.
And so you see all the
And
ladies in their own way saying yes to themselves.
exactly, exactly. Because we got the first two episodes that's already
Mhm.
out. So, there's one episode where you're like, baby, hold on. So, how do you feel like about having a baby right after marriage or right in the midst of something happening for your
Yeah.
life or just any woman's life?
You know, I think everyone moves at their own pace, right? To each his own. Me personally, I'm maybe a little bit more like Angie, not for the reasons that Angie wants, right? Which are understandable, right? I want to be able to afford a child.
Yeah.
That's one of her things. I also want to flourish in my career. That's Angie's perspective. Shaniqua wants to be able to enjoy her husband. Like I want before I because having a child 1 year in, 2 year in, we are still learning the
Each
dynamics of the union. And
exactly.
I'm not gonna lie, I want to go on vacations with my husband. I
You
want to go
know?
and do things with my husband before I'm a mama. You know,
Yeah.
I do want to be a mother, but I want to be a wife before I'm a mother.
Right. I
I want
want
to
to
enjoy that title,
exactly.
you know, and also
Let's have
learn
some fun
now.
in it.
Yeah, but like learn what that dynamic in. Are we living together? We're sharing bills together. We're doing this together. And
Okay.
like all of that takes like it's a balancing act when you're entering into a new dynamic that large with someone else. Now you're a legal union. And
Right.
what does that look like before I add a child to it?
Okay. Or a couple. I'm like, I need my space. Just
You
a little.
know? I mean, ain't my man. I wanna be spoiled.
I'm gonna be the baby. Just
Come on,
say it. Just
spoil
say
me. I
it.
think we can spoil the baby, but first let me get my time.
Exactly. No, I totally. We're here. We're here.
Yeah, man.
So outside of Angie, because she has so much going on, you
Mhm.
also released a new single called "Feel My Love," and
Yeah.
it's amazing. I listened to it. I just want to know, like, what was it that you went through in those 2 years of creating the single, getting into the studio, because you do come from more of the theater and musical background.
Yes. Why initially I went into the studio because I booked Angie. I was like, well, I can't play a recording artist and not get into the studio, even though you're so scared of it. And I found myself, it was during the quarantine. We had filmed 2 episodes and then we took a break for a year, about a year before we could come back because, the COVID had happened. And I found myself writing and releasing, and I created maybe like 2 albums of work, or maybe 2.5. And it was just like things that I had been like sometimes I find that as a Black woman, and especially a Black woman who can also be an introvert and growing up in spaces where I was often bullied, I used to like numb feelings
Mm,
as I found in trying to create music, I just found myself writing, and they were journal entries. They were parts of my of experiences and forms of closure that I didn't even know. And it wouldn't be until I go back and listen to the lyrics, or I was like, oh, that was how I felt about this relationship. And so Feel My Love was like almost like a prayer or a prophecy
mm,
of the kind of love that I want to experience. I think that, life and death is in the power of the tongue. And so, what about being really intentional about the kind of love that I want, even if I haven't had it yet? And so, that's Feel My Love. I want somebody that makes me feel passionate or makes me feel intimate, but then also a love so good that I want to share it to the world and say everyone should experience this.
Exactly, as they should.
Um, yeah. So yes, Feel My Love is, I feel like all the dynamics of a relationship that I would want. And then also she put her whole voice on that track, and she is singing on that, right?
Okay. Listen, the fact that you were singing in the show, I didn't even understand you. Like, some people, they'll give a person a character and we want to embody this character. They may not have never sang before. So when I heard you came out with this single and you have other singles that you've had out, music videos, I'm like, wow, this woman is so diverse. She's speaking to us, okay? So I've seen just your glow in so many ways with the show, with your artistry, that I'm like, what's next? What is next for you?
Honey, the moon, the world, and we got. Um, no, well, seriously, yes, I want an EGOT.
Oh,
But
period.
I'm facts. I'm gonna drop an EP this year. It's called Charcuterie.
Oh,
And it's a sampling. It's a musical smorgasbord of all of the
okay.
vast parts of me. So that's out next, and I'm writing, and hopefully we'll get something that I wrote greenlit. I would love to star in a romantic film. I think
Okay.
it's important to see. I mean, we see it on Harlem. I just want to put that imagery more out for dark-skinned, curvy, beautiful women that we
Period.
are
Period.
really ladies, that we are deserving of being loved and cherished and sought after. And so I want to use this body as a political vessel if I can, as a way to like destroy marginalized and limiting thought processes surrounding curvy Black bodies.
I love that. I was gonna say I want to see some fashion come from you too.
Oh,
Because
yes.
you wear it. You're wearing it now. I love. Is that a flower?
It's a
It's
flower.
a flower. Okay, period. I'm like, I already knew you wasn't coming to play for this interview. And I was like, I'm excited to see, because you do so much with your hair, the clothes you wear, your personality, and I'm really excited just to see how you represent for us this year, upcoming role and opportunities.
Thank you so much. I truly
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
I hope you have a great rest of your press run, and hopefully I see you soon on one of these carpets, girl.
Absolutely. We got to meet in person now.
We do. We
Yes.
do.